This is CBLN in southwestern Ontario.
Good evening, I'm Jim Wicks. A group of very lucky tourists arrived home to Toronto tonight. They survived yesterday's sinking of a charter boat off the coast of Cuba. 2 people, a Canadian and a British woman, drowned in that incident. We get more than 2 dozen survivors were flown home tonight, and Cass Rusi was there to meet them.
The aircraft carrying the shaken tourists was surrounded by ambulances tonight at Pearson International Airport. Several passengers with bad cuts and bruises were carried onto stretchers and rushed to the nearby Etobicoke General Hospital.
It was a terrible boating accident.
At the airport, the Canadian tourists talked about their harrowing ordeal on a small boat off the southern coast of Cuba.
But as soon as we hit the seas, it got very rough. The boat was going up and down terribly. We also had about 2,000 pounds worth of scuba diving equipment, so it was overloaded probably 5 times.
There were 39 people on a boat that was meant for only about 15 people. And they did not tell us what was happening. They didn't tell us that the boat was about to sink.
The boat carrying the tourists, most of them Canadians, capsized just off Santiago de Cuba on Thursday. Passengers say the boat was unsafe. There were no life jackets.
If somebody asked for a life jacket, they laughed at them.
These are the Cubans.
These are the Cubans.
One of the passengers was former Saskatchewan Premier Alan Blakeney.
It was clearly not capable of carrying the number it had.
Blakeney suffered bad scrapes to his arms
I am far from the worst.
and to his legs when the boat flipped over. He and others say they held on to the overturned ship for over an hour until they were rescued.
Cuban Army helicopter came over, and thank God for them, they dropped rubber rafts.
One person was trapped in the cabin, and she drowned. The other woman, an older woman from BC, passed away in the water.
Regent Holidays of Toronto organized the Cuban vacation, but says the boat excursion was not part of the package.
We do not actually organize the tours down there. This is the tour that this took place on was an optional tour offered locally.
Regent Holidays says it's anxious to get in touch with Cubanacan, the Cuban operators who booked the Canadians on the boat cruise. Regent says it is confident that the fatal trip will be thoroughly investigated and says it will continue to do business with Cubanacan in future holiday packages. Cass Rusi, CBC News, Toronto.